Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to get a cute perm rod set on old flat ironed hair. So we're starting off with this poof ball, and today I'm using the pink and peach rollers, also with my elastic QP setting foam. I'm going to start from the bottom. I absolutely love this foam because it's moisturizing, it's not sticky, but it gives you just that right amount of control. So I start off by detangling the layer that I plan on working on. I'm using my Denman brush here. And then I take one section and detangle it once more, and then I put a little bit of foam on it. And then I make sure that I go through it one more time with my Denman brush to make sure that all of the product is distributed evenly. And all I really do is just start from the bottom up and make sure that my ends are coiled around the perm rod, and then I just spiral it up like normal. I think the key to like a successful perm rod set is just making sure that you're tight and taut throughout the whole entire thing. Giving yourself even like a little bit of slack can cause your hair to start reverting and become coily again. And the whole purpose of me doing this on flat iron hair is so I can start out with a straight base and I won't have to fight against my own curl pattern. So I'm just making sure that every time I put the foam on, I'm distributing it evenly by using my Denman brush. And here I'm just trying to make sure that this perm rod is actually tight. Okay, now we're starting with the top section. And I think it's important to make sure you define your part from the beginning. I always like to do a side part. And I'm just going through and detangling once more. And it's easier for me when I just work in sections and I can just pin up each section as I go. I think it's important to make sure that you roll your section of hair and the direction that you want your curl to fall. I feel like sometimes people make a mistake because they'll roll their hair up when they should be rolling it down, if that makes sense. And here you can see that I had to re-roll one of my rollers because I left out a little wisp of hair. It's important to make sure that you get all these little pieces, even if you forget one, because as you'll see later, I forgot one and then it ends up just becoming a frizzy strand of nothingness. So I just continue this process on this whole entire section of my head, making sure that I'm rolling them in the right direction. And now we're gonna switch to my left side. I did the same thing as I did on my right side, and now we're gonna tackle the middle. As you can see, this is where I left my little wisp of hair out, and I didn't really notice it when I was recording until I like scanned over my head real quick and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this curly, undefined little poof of strand here. I eventually just went back and put it on its own individual roller, and I don't think you can really tell, so that worked out. But yeah, just make sure that you get all the strands of your hair in each section that you're doing. I will also say just try to make sure that you curl them as quickly as possible, because as you can see in some of my sections, once I put the foam on, my hair is immediately going curly on me. And now here I'm just slowing it down for you guys to show you how I do each one, just for my people who need that extra detail. So remember, I'm sectioning each section off, to my desired thickness. I'm going through my Denman brush, putting on the foam, and then I start from my ends, wrap around, and then spiral all the way up, making sure I'm keeping it tight as I roll. Okay, so now we have our last roller in, and I'm going to take a nap while my hair dries. And now I'm back. So if you didn't think I looked like a grandma before, I definitely look like a grandma now. So all I'm doing is making sure that my hands are slightly greased. I'm using my hair Mimosa Honey from Carol's Daughter, and I'm just slowly taking each curler out and going in a spiral direction. It's super important that you do put some type of oil or grease on your hands before you start to take your hair out, because it helps prevent frizz, which can ultimately ruin your whole entire style and make you regret doing a perm rod set ever. It's happened to me plenty of times, so you guys have had a fair enough warning. So after I'm done taking all my perm rods out, I just kind of put a little bit of oil on my hair once again. And I make sure that when I go through and I start to fluff out each section, that I'm kind of doing it in the way that my hair wants to separate. Your hair will kind of naturally divide on its own, so don't fight against it and try to make more pieces than you should, because then that will also create frizz. There's just so many ways to create frizz when you have natural hair. So you kind of basically just have to do what your hair wants. It's the boss of you. And I'm just going through and dividing up my pieces a little bit smaller. Shake it out a little bit, and now I'm going to go through and use my fingers almost like a pick and pull my roots out for some more volume. Once I'm happy with everything, I kind of just let it be. I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm on my way to class. I'm just going to do a quick little brush up with my e.l.f. powder. And I'm also using my Clinique palette that has a blush color in it. I know it looks like nothing. It's supposed to look like nothing. I tried to do that. I woke up like this, even though I really didn't wake up like this look. Similar to my Get Ready With Me simple makeup look. And then I'm just putting on a little lipstick for a pop of color. That is Amorous by MAC, one of my favorite lip colors. I am actually so happy with how this perm rod set came out. It has to be one of my most successful ones ever. Here's some side views for you. And you know I gotta show the back. Now I kept my roots pretty straight. I didn't roll it as tight in the back. I'm gonna go back and separate it more, so that just gives me a little bit of room to work with. Okay guys, I hope this tutorial helped you, especially for all my 4A, 4B girls out there. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time.